So I printed this large mold section, or actually I printed 4 of these sections. They are molds for, like, direct molds for carbon, and before assembly or final assembly and finishing, I want to make sure they roughly are in spec. So my target tolerance will be hopefully 0.1 millimeter over the single mold prints, maybe 0.2 millimeters. We will have a look in Quicksurface later. For preparation, I just placed the mold piece on my table. I placed marker cards around it. They are basically just metal business cards, black metal business cards with markers on it, and some marker geometry, so they are also 3D printed, and very few markers on the part itself. I could have placed more, but with the Rigil, the field of view is large enough that actually not more markers are needed. Theoretically, you don't need these markers at all if you get the right angles to the side. For scanning, I simply use the Rigil in crossline laser mode with accuracy or resolution of 0.5 millimeters. This is enough for my use case, and then the scanning is quite fast. And I use marker alignment. So now we can actually directly start with scanning, and as you can see, the process is quite fast. So the you see when you are finished with scanning, when it's like in this full blue color, you're not seeing any of these yellowish remnants, sand colored remnants. And if you're in the right distance to the part, it's very, very fast. So this is one of the points you have to pay a bit of attention to, that you are in the optimal scan distance, because then scanning is very fast. If you're outside of this distance, too far from the part, it will be a bit slower, but it's still possible. And now for the last part, I just scan a bit to the back, and I guess it's already finished now. Let's have a quick look at the part. Yeah, looks fine, and then I can process it later and compare it in Quicksurface. I just edited, created the mesh. So this is the raw data you've seen me scanning. And I basically just did first the point cloud optimization and then the meshing. I already did the meshing, and the final results looks quite well. So now if you have a look at it, you can quite clearly see the layer lines on the print, and even here the stair stepping on the top side. And what's quite nice is, do you see this line here a bit? Yeah, this one. This is from spool change. So the filament ran out, and apparently in the outer layer a few something was missing from the maybe 1 centimeter filament missing. So I just aligned my 3D scans of the 4 parts here to the step file. So the model I exported from Fusion and the original file I printed. And after some different approaches for alignment, there also will be a longer video where I show it, how I did the alignment and what culprits there are. I'm actually quite happy with how they came out and how true the prints are. So this is currently here at a tolerance of 0.1 millimeter. And if you now maybe zoom a bit in and select a few points, so here in the reddish areas where we have the largest deviation, and here the lowest, we're somewhere between, I would say 0.2 and 0.3 millimeters tops, especially of course here in the inner radii, there's also the layers, the layer lines or the layer seams are. But I'm quite happy, and since there is of course some sanding, filling and priming to be done, this is a fine result. And I actually was a bit more skeptical about the outcome of using PETG for such large part. I guess the chamber heating to, in my case, 45 degrees in the printer while printing helped the print from stop warping.